Welcome to the Film Junket Podcast.
Trying to make noise. It doesn't make noise. It really doesn't. That's how good this goddamn chair is. It's a good chair. What's happening, guys? Yeah. I don't know. I can't. Okay. Well, it's been like 2 weeks since I've recorded a podcast. I believe I had my new chair. I know I had it. I got my new chair. What? I don't even remember now. But I just remember I got it, and then I was talking about it on the vodka stream. I just didn't know if I was talking about it on the podcast. It's a good chair. I needed a chair. If you do a lot of work on the computer, you got to have a good chair, you know? That's the thing. So, I mean, sadly, I'm like, I would love to bring this damn thing to work. I wish I could have it at work, have it at home, whatever, but, you know, can't exactly do that. Although, the chair that I have at work, my new job, which I'll talk about in a minute, is a lot better than the chair at my old job. Yeah, just comes to show you. When you work for a company that actually we're now working for a company that actually cares about its employees. Not that the other one did. Anyways, what's happening, guys? Dave the Film Junkie here. Welcome to the Film Junkie Podcast. I apologized? Well, I kind of did on Twitter, but I apologize to you guys for not having a podcast last week when I said I was going to. Basically what happened was I upgraded my Mac to the latest version. What is it, Catalina or something like that? I don't know what they name fucking Apple naming their OSs. Yeah, and I use Audacity to record, and apparently Audacity doesn't support the new version, the new software. They don't support each other. It basically just didn't record. And you know, there's actually a simple fix. Didn't take that long to do, but when, you know, it's late on a Wednesday, you're kind of tired, I just was like, all right, let me record the podcast, you know, let's do that, and then I need to get some sleep. And when I saw that it couldn't record, I'm like, it just was like, sigh, fuck, you know, and I just was like, the wind just you know, came out of my sail, just out of the sail. Was like, nope, not going to do it, not going to figure it out, I'm just going to go lay on the couch. And I did, and I passed out within probably about 20 minutes. I was tired, but I was still going to do it, and I was going to break down the Colin Trevorrow script for Star Wars Duel of the Fates. That's right, I was going to break it all down, but that didn't happen. So I kind of, with the new concept art that came out, I did a video about it, which it's on the channel. If you haven't checked it out, go for it. I kind of talk about some of the stuff and then link the concept art, which, yeah, could have been great. I don't know. I can't wait to watch Rise of Skywalker again. I mean, I did watch it twice. Enjoyed it more the second time, obviously, because you know what you're in store for. But I mean, it's just so weird. I mean, to go from JJ to I almost went JJ to Abrams, JJ to Ryan, back to JJ. It's just so sloppy. And, you know, they were going to have Colin Trevorrow do something different. And, I mean, my biggest gripe was, man, I would have loved seeing Rey with a double-bladed lightsaber. My God. Why was that just not a thing? You know, it kind of was a thing, but and the whole thing, like, hey, Luke's lightsaber, yeah, it broke in half, didn't it? And then, of course, it's just back together. That's all. Just back together. She got it back together. We're good. By the way, I'm drinking my what is it, Cabernet? Mm-hmm. Delicious. That's right. I'm not drinking anymore, guys. I only drink on the weekends now. You know, wine doesn't count. Right? No. I did say I was going to cut it down because I was like, there'd be times where I'd just be drinking that vodka throughout the week. You know what it is? It's just something about sitting up here and editing or writing something or you know, just doing the social media thing. It's just sipping on something. It's just, you just get used to that. And especially recording a podcast, I like to be sipping on something. But, I realized I was like, you know what? Drinking like vodka throughout the week or any kind of hard liquor that I have, that's probably a bit much. I should probably cut it down a little bit in the new year. Leave the vodka for the vodka stream. And, save some money while doing that because, I get the cheap bottle of wine, lasts me. I just have it with dinner. Like I got, a couple of steaks and I was eating, you have some red wine with the steak. Delicious. And some avocado. Oh my God. Not tonight though. Tonight I had breakfast. I had bacon and eggs. That's right. Because, I told you guys how I fast, so I don't have breakfast. So, but I love breakfast. Breakfast food is the greatest. So I have it at night. Why not? Just make some scrambled eggs. I'm going to make some good goddamn scrambled eggs. I have a little secret recipe that I do. And, a couple strips of bacon. Bam. Got your fatty meats, your proteins, and no carbs. Yeah, no carbs, so then I could drink it. That sounds so bad. No, like I said, I've talked to you guys many times about diet, and, when you got people saying, like, hey, do this, you can eat bacon, you can eat this, you can eat that. What? Yeah, it's fine. Okay. And then when you do it, and yeah, how about that? You know what? Look at that. Look at me in the mirror. I'm looking kind of sharp. Looks like it's kind of working. Went and got a physical. They said everything was good. Of course, they didn't draw blood or anything. I should probably get a full on, take some blood, get all checked out. When they put the blood in the tube and they spin it around that one little thingy. I don't even know what that does, but, they check everything. Yeah, I'm going to probably do that. Well, as soon as my new health insurance kicks in. Because, yeah, guys, I started my new job that I've been talking about forever. The one that I interviewed for back in October. Jesus Christ, man. That's how long ago it was. That's how long it took. But yeah, I'm finally there. It's my first week. And it's going pretty good. Like I said, better company. Just feels like I'm actually working for a company, like nothing small. Like I've worked for so many small companies. It's been pretty crazy. Like I went from, in this field that I'm in with the whole telecom design engineering stuff, like I went from a super small startup company to that started growing. Or no, well, I started off with them super small. They laid me off. Then I came back a year later. They grew, and then it grew a little bit more and more. And then I got fired. And then went to this other company that was small, but a little more established. Then left that company, went to another company that seemed like it was more established, but it was relatively small, at least my department. And that's just going under. And then going back to the company that I was previous, which seemed like it was better, and then it just got worse. And that company's barely hanging on. Maybe I'm like a plague or something to these companies. But now I'm working for this company that's just literally like, wow. You walk in, I have a nice little cozy cubicle, which is just weird. As much as I'm like, hey, this is cozy, this is kind of cool. The fact that I'm working in a cubicle just boggles my fucking mind, because when I was doing cable, and that's just going in people's houses, you're in a van. I never thought, I'm like, oh, no way I could do a desk job. No, can't, no. And here I am. Here I am, desk job that I've been doing a desk job for 7 years now? God, it was 8 years doing full on handiwork. Now 7 years going on office work. Well, that one job I did some field work, and hopefully with this one I do too. But yeah, it's starting off pretty well. Getting all settled in. It's just the normal stuff, and just trying to figure out, okay, this is a different kind of thing, because I've mainly dealt with telecom design and engineering. Now this is electrical. This is like pretty much a step up, because you need electricity everywhere. This is a full-on utility. A telecom is not a utility. It's not considered a necessity, even though it pretty much telecom is nowadays. You have to have something like that. But this is full-on electric stuff. So it's similar. Like everything is pretty similar, but it's just you got to learn the different things. Like I'm very much familiar with telecom, but this is different. This is completely different. And sitting in meetings, like my first day, which I was sitting with this one dude, and he was just going over training stuff with me. It was boring as all fucking hell. The same bullshit. And then yesterday, I just kind of sat in meetings because they didn't have me fully set up yet. And then today, I had to do, watch video. So fucking boring. But, just sitting there. Hey, you're getting paid, right? But I'm also still working part-time at the other job because I felt bad for just leaving them high and dry. And I knew that it was going to be bad because I was pretty much what I was doing. I was running I had my toe dipped in a lot of things, specifically one department. And there's one other woman that works there, and she's just not that good. That handles this stuff. I mean, my God. The other girls have been complaining. They've been having to help her out. I've been getting text messages, and then, when I'm done, and it's only like a couple miles away, so I've actually stopped by just to freaking see. So I've been working like some pretty, past 2 days I've been working I've been gone from my house for 12 hours pretty much. And it sucks too because since I do that, I used to get off at 3, but now I get off at 3:30 because I start at 7 as opposed to 6:30 because it's just different hours. And then if I go to the other job, and then I didn't get off till about 4:40. That's like right in the heart of rush hour. So, of course, it takes me like an hour to get home because California traffic's fun and everything. But, yeah, it's been an interesting week. It's been solemn-ish. It really started off not so great because obviously we all know, everybody knows that Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gianna tragically were killed in a helicopter crash on Sunday. I mean, talk about just a fucking weird day, man. And it's kind of dragged throughout the week, just seeing people's responses. People coming out and talking about it for the first time, like Shaq did and his wife did, Vanessa. Oh my God, I can't even imagine what she's going through right now. It was such a weird day because I woke up and, just chilling on the couch. I think I watched the latest episode of Harley Quinn, and I think I was watching something else. I don't know. And all of a sudden, my friend Kathy just texts me and goes, "Holy shit!" I'm paraphrasing, but holy shit, Kobe Bryant died. Was killed in a helicopter crash or something like that. Yeah, I looked and went, "What the fuck?" And I looked at my Twitter and I didn't see anything, and then I went over to the search. And sure enough, when in trending, I saw Kobe, and I was like, well, isn't that part of the LeBron James thing from the night before? Which is crazy to think about. LeBron James just beat a record of his. Kobe Bryant tweeted out congratulating him. That was his last fucking tweet. Crazy. But, yeah, and then all of a sudden I just see the TMZ article that just was posted 2 minutes earlier. And then it spread, of course, like wildfire. It just spread everywhere. All of a sudden, everybody was going, what the fuck? I retweeted it going, holy shit. It just didn't seem real at first. I mean, are you kidding me? Kobe Bryant? No. That motherfucker's, he's more than a man, slightly less than a god. Maybe he is a god. I don't know. The way that he fucking played, he certainly, Jesus Christ. It just didn't seem real. So I'm sitting there just following it all, and I have my laptop. I'm texting with people that are like, holy shit, can you believe this? And just seeing everything, and it just, everybody felt it all around the world. It was like this vibration that just went out, and I very much believe that actually does happen because, I mean, the earth itself and us inhabiting it, we do create a vibration. There's a pulse. You can actually look that up. I mean, I think even birds even fucking use that. They could sense it to follow, so then they know where to fly and shit. That it's like a navigational system. But I mean, there is, and it just seems like, I mean, I'm not a big basketball fan. Not. I'll every now and then, if there's a game on ESPN, yeah, I'll have it on. Cool. I enjoy watching it. Playoffs especially. When the playoffs are on, that's when I really watch because it's just more exciting, and that could be some fun. And I watched Kobe. I remember I used to watch a lot of Laker games with next long time. This was when Kobe was. It was like early 2000s. And her mom was a diehard Lakers fan, loved Kobe and everything. I can't even imagine what she felt like finding out that. So I used to watch games with them, and just games every now and then, and this, that, I did. I watched this last game because it was phenomenal. It's just, yeah, I used to just be in and out, and always, there's just, I never was like a diehard fan, but it still had an impact because, the man achieved a lot. He did, especially now that he was out of basketball, and he was going to take on a whole new venture. He already won an Academy Award for a documentary. And then, of course, the dickheads come out and talk about, they fucking raped him. He's a rape. Fuck off. Fuck off. Now is not the time to bring that up. It's like, okay, that whole thing that happened, I don't know the whole logistics of it. Maybe I should have looked it up before I was going to talk about it. But when it comes to all that, what I gathered was, he cheated on his wife for sure. He probably did it more than once. Okay? It's just, okay, he's a basketball player. Fucking go figure. I'm sure athletes probably do that a lot. Rock stars. Come on. If you're marrying one of these guys, yeah, you're probably going to get... No. Anyways, that's besides the point. I don't... It didn't actually happen. I know, he paid the woman off, but I thought it was consensual, and she was trying to get him on a rape charge. That was what I gathered. He didn't actually force himself on her. It was consensual, which most likely was, and it's very easy to be like, hey, right? This was before the all Me Too shit, But that whole thing, okay, that was what? How long ago was that? That was a long time ago, right? A while ago? That was in the mid-2000s? I don't even... See, this is why I should look shit up. I could probably do it right now, but I'm not going to. But all the shit that he has done after that, does that just negate everything? That whole thing was just okay, the stuff that he's done, the people he's helped, foundations, stuff that he was going to be doing. And then to have his daughter, this is what was very strange about that day, because there was reports, because fucking ABC, these journalists, I'm doing air quotes, these fuckwads that just shoot their goddamn mouths off before they get all the facts, because they just, I don't know, because that's just the way things are nowadays, said that all 4 daughters were with him. Are you fucking kidding me? Why that? I hope, I should look it up. That motherfucker who reported that, I hope he was suspended at least without pay. Maybe not fired, but suspended without pay for 2 weeks, a month. I don't know. Maybe he should have got fired. I don't know. Maybe he should. Incompetence. Because, my God, how do you say that? How can you just say, oh yeah, all 4 of his daughters were with him? And it was crazy because I was like, wait, what the fuck? And I was texting my friend, and she was like, well, he has an infant, a newborn. I'm like, yeah, okay, there's no way that newborn was on that helicopter then. And sure enough, it was just one of his daughters, which is sad because it was a relief, but at the same time, it's horrible. You just didn't know how to feel about that. A lot of people didn't. Even retweeting the fact that when we finally found out that it was just one daughter, it just felt really shitty. I think I even retweeted, but I deleted it because it felt weird to say, oh, thank God it was only one. Jesus Christ. You just don't want to fucking say that. Because no matter what, it's still bad. But of course, yes, it is. Of course it is better that it was just one than all 4. It just didn't make sense. Newborn away. But man, it was just a weird day, and just seeing everybody's tweets. And then I went to my mom's for dinner. My brother and nephew were there too. We had some prime rib. It was great. We were just watching some news, just watching updates on stuff, and it's just very crazy. Just very crazy. The impact that he had. I can only imagine. When it comes to celebrity deaths, they don't. A lot of the times, they don't. It kind of goes, oh shit, really? Damn. It's sad, but sometimes I don't really feel the. The last time, the one that made me cry that I can remember the most was Robin Williams. When Robin Williams died, you actually can go back to. I had posted a video in tribute to him, and you could hear me choke up. I fucking basically start crying when I talked about it because I just wanted to do a tribute video. And that one struck me the most because I idolized the man. I mean, I loved Robin Williams. Loved him. Everybody did. When Michael Jackson died, that was huge. That was huge. I remember coming home and I was living with a roommate at the time. And we were just watching the news and just all that. This was before social media, though. Big time social media. But with this, it's crazy. It's crazy just to think like it's so surreal. And like I said, I wasn't even like a huge fan. I didn't cry or anything, but it's just, you just felt like a devastation. And the fact that he was with, his daughter who had her entire fucking future ahead of her. And he was like coaching her. She was going to be like probably this great WNBA star. Because I saw the videos of her and him. And he was teaching her so many things. And it's just like, oh my God, man. How? It's just crazy. And then I think what also kind of strikes a nerve with me too is, and I still haven't talked to him. I probably should. I'm going to call him this weekend, unless we're meeting this weekend. I don't know. We always meet once a month. But everything's just been so crazy. There's been a lot like crazy stuff, family stuff and everything that I don't know, I haven't talked to him. But my dad is a helicopter pilot. So you kind of just think about it and like, shit, man. He's been a helicopter pilot for 30 years. I mean, he's good at it. I mean, it's his job. He flew a helicopter in the Army, and then now he does it. He'll do like transporting. I almost want to say victims. Patients, from hospital to hospital if they need it, or somebody goes on a hike, dehydrates, they got to rescue them. Basically what Dwayne Johnson did in San Andreas. He's that kind of helicopter pilot. Okay, like somebody like has an accident, you got to get them real quick, to a hospital if they're out in the middle of nowhere. So he does that stuff, and it's just like, he's been doing it for a while. He's told me he's had some close calls, and it's just, I think that's also what I was feeling too. And I feel bad because, like I should have called him, but I'm going to call him this weekend. It's just been so crazy. It's been crazy on his end too, because, and not too long ago, my grandma actually passed away. His stepmom, a grandma that wasn't, I wasn't too close with her, but still, she still was a very tough lady. She had like a heart thing that happened a year ago, and they actually gave her like a month or two to live, and she fought for a year, and she passed peacefully in her sleep. So thank God. But I mean, I've actually, I didn't want to talk about it. I hadn't talked about it in like my previous podcast. I was like, why would I talk about that? But fuck it, whatever. I'm raising my glass, Grandma Lupe. Cheers to you. Rest in peace. Glad you're not in pain anymore, because she was in pain. The last couple times I saw her, she just was uncomfortable. So cheers to Grandma Lupe. A woman could cook, man. She can make some tamales like no other. I don't know. My nana also makes. Both my Mexican, my grandmothers. My nana's still very much alive, which is good. That I'm closer to her. I wish I was a little closer to my Grandma Lupe, but sometimes it just doesn't. I don't know. It's weird it's weird when you think about like who are you closest to with your family, and then when one passes away, you do that thing where like I should have, more. You start beating yourself up, and then and it just it's crazy. Life's fragile, guys. Jesus Christ, we're getting deep. We're getting deep. This shit, my God. It's just been a weird week. I'm starting a new job, feeling out of my element a little bit, even though it's been going all right. And then with Kobe dying, and it's just been a start. We're only in January, and it just feels like it's already been 6 months. Because my dad has been dealing with that stuff, and then same time he got engaged. He got engaged. Like, it's just like that. My brother had surgery tonight. Nothing bad. Nothing like life critical stuff. But I mean, surgery. I mean, anything could happen. But he blew his Achilles. He blew his Achilles tendon playing basketball, which Kobe Bryant did one time, and had to come back out to do some free throws while in pain because that guy was a fucking beast. But yeah, he thought he just ripped a muscle, his calf muscle, but yeah, it turns out he blew his Achilles. So took him a bit, but because he blew it it was in December. And they finally diagnosed him, and then he finally had surgery tonight. My mom updated, said, yeah, he's doing fine. Yeah, I mean, I figured. I mean, my mom, of course, was making a big deal. It was because she's a mom. I get it. I made the joke, because she was like, we got to coordinate. What if he needs a ride, this, that, and this? I'm like, he's got his son. His son can drive him. You don't need us. I was like, yeah, but he helped you out when you had surgery. I'm like, Mom, I almost died. My appendix almost burst. Jesus. That's different. I drove myself to the fucking emergency room. Come on. No. But, I mean, I would have, if he needed some kind of assistance, fine. I would have totally helped him out. But, I mean, she was there, and, of course, my nephew, his son, was there. So, and, like I said, they just had to go and repair his Achilles. And, lucky guy's going to be out of work. And it's funny, too, because my mom had knee surgery, which I think I've talked about. She had it back in September. And she's still not healed up. So we got a limping mom and a limping brother. It's like, damn, you guys are falling apart. No, but, yeah, it's just like, man, what's going on with all these surgeries? It's just been a weird month. And we're not even done yet. We still got 2 more days. What's going to happen? We got this coronavirus. The Chinese are just like, hey, whatever. We eat bats. That's the source of the coronavirus. So what? We're eating bats. What the fuck? Like, seriously, why do you eat it? There's a video of a bat with its teeth in a fucking thing of soup. What the fuck, man? We'll be all right. Yeah, it's just the way it is. It seems like every year or every other year, there's some new fucking virus, this new amped up flu that they try to scare the shit out of you about, and then it goes away. Remember, there was SARS, there was H1N1, there was swine flu, mad cow disease. There's all kinds of shit. We're always doomed. The doomsday clock, what do they put it at? 11:59? What the fuck is that? The doomsday clock. What is that? I don't understand, how do they figure that out? Oh, we're a minute away from doomsday. How do you determine that? Shut the fuck up. Why are you trying to scare people? We're always trying to scare people. It's like the fucking terror alert system that they had a long time ago. We're at orange, reddish orange, fire. Fire, that color. The part of the fire, not the whole flame. The darker part of the flame, we're that. The fuck does that mean? Nobody understood it. Nobody cared, and they got rid of it. So I'm still wondering, what's the doomsday clock? I mean, how do they figure that out? I probably should look that up, too. But it's always something, always some doom and gloom. I mean, obviously, a lot of people out there literally think that Trump is worse than Hitler, which I can't even understand the thought process of how do you come up with that conclusion? How do you have the conceit to come up with that conclusion? That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. It's so weird how people are. He's going to get reelected again, so expect 4 more years of Trump derangement syndrome, which I can't even understand. I just okay, I don't really like the guy personally. Sometimes when he's throwing shots at people, I think it's funny. I laugh. I'm like, Jesus Christ, he actually said that? He's arrogant. I was never a fan before, but people didn't think he was a racist, Hitlerian, fucking every kind of phobia-istic thing. Nobody thought that before he was president. That's what's so funny. There's so many pictures of him with celebrities and him cameoing and being on shows and everybody joking around with him, But all of a sudden he turned into worse than Hitler. So he's going to bring us to the brink of apocalypse. He's going to bring us to that apocalypse. Which, yeah, he did the Iran thing. I mean, that took balls. I think I talked about it in the last podcast because from what I gathered, from what I heard, from knowledgeable people was that one dude. I can't even remember. It's that the guy that they killed, the leader that they killed, that was always on the board, even when Bush was president, when Obama was president. But they were like, nah, there are gonna be too many headaches, too much shit. There's gonna be consequences for killing that guy. So let's not kill that guy. And Trump was all, fuck that, kill him, let's do it, take him out. That's right. No, you heard me. I do a better Trump. I gotta listen to him again. Or listen to somebody that actually does him. It's actually easier to get an impression by listening to somebody else do it. Ask anybody, they actually say the same thing. When you actually hear somebody else do a good impression of somebody, that's when I know, well, okay, that's how he does it. Let me try it like that. Or, so stupid. This podcast is fucking weird. I'm all over the place. It's weird. Everything's crazy, but yeah, everybody's just crazy. It's all dumb. Social media has ruined everybody. Everybody just people are bitching today about Grace Randolph again. People love to hear what she has to say, regardless whether they like her or not. And if you don't deny it. Oh, I fucking hate her. I can't. Yeah. Well, why are you tweeting about her every time? Because the stuff that she said about birds of prey, and now everybody's like, yeah, Grace. And I see Grace Randolph all over my shit, and I see they don't want to retweet her tweets, but they'll fucking post the screenshots, and I'm like, still, she's living rent free in your goddamn head. Stop it, okay? I mean, I can't stand her either. I can't watch her videos, but I don't really talk about her. But I always say I respect her for getting to where she is, because it's not easy to do that, to build an audience, to build a channel, to build a brand. It's not easy to do that, and she fucking did it. So while everybody's bitching about her and going to their fucking shitty jobs, she's here just fucking, living in New York and reviewing movies and trailers and talking about news and everything like that. She's doing what she loves. I mean, that's why I just don't sit there and just complain about her all the time. She said this about that. I'm like, okay, so she heard something and related, and then, yeah, she does. She's not really smart sometimes on how she relays information she hears. But, yeah, sometimes she just shoots her mouth off, and I'm like, good God, you don't have to say it like that. And the people that hate her will never acknowledge when she's right, and always will be the first ones to acknowledge when she's wrong. Because that's the way we are. We're just like that, It's the same thing with everybody you hate. Your Campea, man, that guy went off on a Star Wars rant to that one dude. Oh my God, it was so horrible. God, it just reminded me how much of a fucking douchebag that guy is. Self-centered douchey motherfucker. Hey, look at that, a Birds of Prey TV spot's playing. Yeah, I think this movie's gonna do well, for fucking sure. But yeah, so I just don't know why. Yeah, it's just funny. People love to complain. That's what social media is all about, really. I'm trying not to complain about it. I mean, I still do. Of course, it's just part of it. I'm not nearly as bad as I was, and I've changed over the years. Now I just kind of like retweet stuff I like more than anything. That's what I try to do more than anything. It's funny too because, obviously, like, when it came to a certain point, I went like, all right, I'm not going to be within the fucking Thunderdome of the Snyder Cut movement anymore. I'm going to fucking step out, just look from it from the outside, maybe sit in the stands, not like field level seating, maybe up like in the upper deck, and so did some of the other guys, your Garza, your Colbert. We backed away, stopped engaging with the fucking morons that just hated our guts for spreading lies. Yeah, all the lies I spread, 100%, I think what did I say? I said it's going to cost $40 million, 100% confirmed $40 million. It's going to cost, finish the Snyder Cut. I never did say that. I said I heard 30 to 40 to finish, rumored, and Clay Anos said 20 to 30, but nobody's going to go after Clay Anos, right? Yeah, all that stuff, but it's just funny because I still see the back and forth, the bickering back and forth. And now I'm just looking at it. Occasionally, maybe I'll make like a comment about something, but other than that, I just sit back and go, holy shit. These fuckers, the same guys, are now fighting with other people. Okay, so maybe we weren't the problem? Maybe that's it. We weren't the problem? Maybe that wasn't us. Maybe it's those guys that are the problem because, hey, specifically one person, I see him constantly going after people. And his little minions. Same thing. Same people. Still going after people. And I've seen videos. I saw a video the other day of a certain somebody who was on the vodka stream, who came on the vodka stream to debate something, say some really crazy, like, holy shit, this motherfucker has kids. I can't believe this motherfucker has kids. And he's saying this shit. Oh my God. It was lunacy. But then it shouldn't shock me because some of those guys literally think I work like Jeff Johns and Warner Brothers or possibly Disney and Marvel are paying me to spread lies. Again, what lies? And again, what the fuck is wrong with you? Oh, man. Yeah, it's weird. But, like I said, I don't engage and I rarely even talk. And on the podcast, I talk about everything. So, but it's just funny to see that going on. Still the bickering back and forth now between different groups because everybody branched out and gave a name to their group, which was like, holy shit. I mean, they gave us the name the 40 Club. We didn't name ourselves that. We didn't name ourselves anything. We were like, we're adults. We're adult males. Okay? I mean, you're seriously going to have Twitter gangs? Grow the fuck up, please. Grow up. I've said that before many times. Like, grow the fuck up. It's just crazy how, like... But then it's like, you got to wonder, like, well, maybe it's just real life sucks? I don't know. It's like, disconnect. Get off Twitter and, like, walk around. I don't know. Get some fresh air. But it's just funny just to see that it was still happening, and I still see people mention 40 Club, but it wasn't directed at me, and I'm like, what the fuck? I thought I was the founder. What happened to that? Why am I not? Yeah. It's funny, because when I walked away from that, I blocked certain people, muted others, and I'm like, I just kind of went, there we go. You know? It's very strange. And I'll get people in my DMs, hey, they're still talking about you on here and this. I'm like, why? I'm not even doing anything. You go to my channel. It's like, anytime there's Snyder Cut stuff, yeah, I'll report it because I've been reporting it since the very beginning. Yeah, it's just weird. It's just very strange, these guys. Well, they want to stay relevant, I guess. Whatever, Jesus Christ, it's Twitter. But what I find interesting though is a lot of these people, and even some of my detractors, who are like, "What the fuck?" It's just odd that when I look at their following, I'm like, how is it that you think like this movement, you guys, you group, this person, that person, you think this movement is like so huge and that you're a pivotal part of it, yet you're under 1,000 followers. That boggles my mind. Obviously the RT Snyder Cut Twitter handle has like what? It's over 20,000, right? Or something like that. Which just comes to show you, like, some people just want to know updates about the Snyder Cut. But they're not following you, even though you think you're like at the top of this thing. And you're going to be like cemented in stone when the fucking thing comes out and be remembered as one of the head honchos of the Snyder Cut movie. Yet you're at like 600. I don't know. It's very odd. And some of them are over 1,000, but at the same time, it's like, well, I look at my following and my subscribers and I'm like, okay, you guys think that I'm trying to ruin the movement, yet I keep getting followers who want to know about the Snyder Cut. Because I was like, I report information. It's just all... When I step back and look at the whole fucking thing, I'm like, I don't get what the hell. What is going to... maybe it's because I have the following. So now I'm like, I don't know. I can't even make heads or tails of it. Like I said, these are grown adults. I remember somebody said, like, I thought the 40 Club was talking about your guys' age. I'm like, no, none of us are 40. Some of the guys that hate us and gave us that 40 Club name are above 40. It's like, Jesus. Grown adults with kids. If only their family knew what they were like online. Birds of Prey reactions are all good. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it, actually. I've gotten more and more hyped about it. I mean, I honestly, like, it took a bit for me to get hyped for it, but now I'm actually, like, pretty hyped for it. I don't expect some, like, really deep fucking movie or anything like that, but jeez. See, there's somebody else talking about, quoting Grace Randolph again. I swear, the obsession people have with her. It's not healthy. All right, guys, if you want to ask me a question so I can answer on here, I'm going to answer some of the ones from last week, too. I'll sift through those because I feel bad. God, what a weird podcast. I feel like I'm like low energy, probably because it's been a long week. And it's just been up and down, talking about death and disease and fucked up people. Jeez. That's why wine is fine. Yeah, hashtag Film Junket Podcast. Feel free to ask me anything. Doesn't matter what it is. So here we go, guys. Parag Solanki. Apologize if I fuck up your name. Solanki Parag 10. He goes, hey, Dave, I think Warner Bros. Delaying the Superman just because at first they want to see how Zack Snyder's Justice League does. And if it does well, then give Zack Superman's story complete. Well, I mean, guys, I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I hear things. Okay, and, regardless of some of those guys that say, like, oh, your source is bullshit, all your sources. Well, like I said, there are things that are happening. And I'm not going to go into detail of what is happening, but what the talks that are happening. But it's going to be funny to see the reaction if shit goes through and Snyder gets his way. It is going to be, I'm going to sit back with popcorn to see these guys who are the gatekeepers and who think are the head honchos of the movement are going to react when Snyder wants to do things a certain way. It's going to be hilarious. It's going to be hilarious because they're either going to act like hypocrites or they're going to turn on Snyder. Anyways, Ferris Saul, Rise of Skywalker, TSS Speedster. Yes, hey Dave, if the Birds of Prey and Dune is a huge success, could you see that Warner Bros. Would do an R-rated Green Lantern chorus film? They're not going to do an R-rated Green Lantern. Come on. No. You don't need to do an R-rated Green Lantern. Okay? Not everything needs to be R-rated. There are certain characters that just don't need to be R-rated. That's all. Batman can be. And my noisy neighbor who walks to his car talking on the phone like as if nobody's around, as always. Kyle Galt, ManBat70. Hey, Dave, thanks for answering my question podcast or two ago. Meant a lot. Well, hey, thanks for asking, man. My question after asking your favorite Batman story, what's your favorite Superman story? And would you like to see it directly adapt? Well, I kind of already did. I mean, I like the Dune. I like the Death of Superman. I actually read the novel for it, I mean, there's Man of Tomorrow and stuff, yeah. But I don't know. Like, I when I was a kid, and, you had those book fairs, where the fuck. I remember when I saw the Death of Superman actual novel. I was like, Mom, I got it. And I read it twice, and then I got the graphic novels of it, and it's just, I don't know. That's why I got so fucking excited when I was like, oh my God, they're going to fucking do it. I even said that out loud to my friend. I'm like, oh my God, they're going to do it. They're going to do it. When we were watching BVS for the first time, I'm like, holy shit, they're doing it. They're doing it. So, I mean, that's just it's just always stuck with me, Always stuck with, but of course the whole thing. Not just the death and that's it. No, the whole thing and the coming back and everything and the solar suit and all that. Okay. Brad Coran. Yes, out of all the terrible spoof movies from the 2000s, scary movie, disaster movie, Meet the Spartans, I don't know, scary movies were not bad, even after the Wayans brothers. Which do you think is the worst? I would say disaster movie. Fucking A, man. I couldn't even sit through that. It was so bad. Meet the Spartans was pretty bad too, but, Disaster movie was a whole other level. Man, why can't they make spoof movies like they did before? Like your Airplanes, Top Secret, Naked Gun, Hot Shots, Loaded Weapon 1. I mean, those are fucking classic. Spaceballs, of course, the best one. God, they don't make... When was the last time they made a parody movie? I remember they made a superhero parody movie. I think it was called Superhero Movie? Something like that. And it was like a spoof on the first Spider-Man. It was actually pretty funny. But I think that was David Zucker. Wasn't that all? Yeah. And, the scary movies weren't that bad either. T. Lacasson asked, under and over on a trailer announcement on 2/14. Something will definitely happen on 2/14. Trailer, oh, that'd be sweet. The thing is, though, I just don't know if he could show footage. Does he have a trailer? Of course. How does he not have a trailer? I remember, like, somebody tweeted out, like, how much you want to bet there's, I'm paraphrasing, but how much you want to bet that there's, like, a trailer for the Snyder Cut? And I retweeted, like, with Ryan Reynolds, like, nodding and going, yep. Like, I've said it before, on here, I believe, probably in other videos, too. He does. Of course he does. Why wouldn't he not? I mean, he's got a 3.5-hour movie. Not all the VFX finished, don't matter. A lot of them are. He's got enough footage to obviously put a trailer together. I mean, he put 2 other trailers together. But this one would be special because we know it's like the Snyder Cut or Zack Snyder's Justice League, So, I don't know. It'd be cool if he actually shows footage. I just don't know if he can yet. See what happens. Something definitely probably will happen on that day. Arcristo, Brothers in Light. Thoughts on Diggle Lantern. Yeah, that was a big reveal. Sorry, spoiler alert, guys. Hopefully you watched it already. But the end of Arrow, which it was, we always suspected. Everybody always suspected that Diggle was going to end up being a lantern. You know what? I don't care. I lost interest after the fourth season of Arrow. I kind of lost interest. I really dug the first 3 seasons. Fourth one, First 3 seasons were great. And I just kind of fell off. But, it really doesn't bother me. I think he might end up in the HBO Max show? I don't know. I hope not. I hope they actually do legit. I actually have heard, I don't think Diggle is going to be an HBO Max Lantern. Unless they do something weird. But it's going to be on actual characters in the Green Lantern world. I've actually heard some pretty interesting things that I can't really discuss. That correlates with the movie as well as the show. The show is supposed to be based on 2 lanterns, but don't think it's actually going to be you think it's going to be, obviously it's going to be, maybe not. So that's all I'm going to say. JD McRae asks, do you think 2 different IPs from 2 different companies do a crossover live action movie or TV show like they do in the comics? For instance, Star Trek and Green Lantern. Yeah, when is that going to happen? We're going to get some weird crossovers. When is that? Yeah. I think that'll eventually happen because, a shared universe has been obviously done to death. Marvel's still going to do it. DC's still going to do it. They're obviously still going to do it. DC not as much. But Marvel's still going to do it. To have like these crazy, weird fucking crossovers would be crazy. Jesus Christ. I have a couple of the issues of the Power Rangers that cross over the Justice League. Power Rangers versus the Justice League. It was actually a good fucking story. I liked it. I dug it. So why not? All right, so here's some of the older ones. Like Royale Wakefield asks, hey Dave, do you think if Anthony Starr played Reverse Flash? Yeah, he'd be great, but I think everybody would just see what his character, which I cannot, wow, I'm drawing a blank. Highlander? Is it? I'm like drawing a blank on his name right now. But from The Boys. God, why am I like, whatever. This is bothering me. Okay. What's his name? The Boys. Why? I'm like totally just like drawing blanks on all their names right now. Anthony Starr. Okay, wait. Why am I drawing such a blank right now? My God. My brain's not working, guys. What? Boys. Homelander. Jesus Christ. I was like, Highlander? God, I'm an idiot. Homelander. Good God. God. Bring season 2 up already. Jesus Christ. Man, my brain farts. I tell you, they get bad. Where was I at? Jesus Christ. There's that one. Okay. J.D. McRae. Okay, that's the same one you already asked. Imaginative hobbyist. Hey, Dave. Hope all is well. What is one book you wish were made into a movie or TV series? There's a movie called Damned, or a book called Damned by, let's see, I'm like drawing a blank on names. Chuck Palahniuk. I always say his name wrong. It's called Damned. He wrote Fight Club and Choke, and, he's a really good author. I love his books. He wrote one called Damned that talks about a young teenage girl who dies and goes to hell. And the way, it's like, they explain it where it's like Judy Gloom meets fucking whatever the hell. It's basically Chuck Palahniuk doing a Judy Blume, was it Bloom or Gloom? Judy Blume book. Like one of those old children's books. I've read a few of those when I was younger. But the way that he describes hell, I want to see it. I want to see it. It's fucking crazy. Fucking crazy. So I wouldn't mind seeing that one being like a movie or a short mini-series. Brad Curran, that's S1. Okay. Eric M. Blake. Okay, Dave, let's think on Zach's new Alfred post. In your opinion, why is... I think I already answered this on the vodka stream. Like I said, there's a reason why, like that it's been black and white. Why that one was in color, but it's weird though, because there was like a legit promo shot of Alfred working on whatever he was working on that I think was going to be in the magazines that looked a lot more crisp. It was a different angle, but it was a lot more crisp than what he got. It almost seemed like Snyder made that image, like he turned it to color, like either on his phone or I don't know. Yeah, like I said, there's a reason why the fucking thing is black and white. Even Cleanos was like, there's a reason. What's that reason? I don't know. Yeah, there's a reason. Gabriel Molly asks, you think Cavill will play James Bond and Superman at the same time, or would one franchise get in the way of the other? Probably would get in the way. Yeah, they could coordinate it. But then he's also got The Witcher, man. That thing was like blowing. There's going to be at least probably 3 more seasons of that, probably 4 more seasons of that. It was like I think it was like the most watched Netflix show. So, yeah. Do yourself a favor, Cavill. Give the ladies what they want. Do some nude shots. Do it. At least show your ass. Oh, the wine's kicking in, isn't it? No, it's just funny because I joke about it with my friend who loves Henry Cavill. And I was like, yeah, you'd think like with this, like to get the girls watching, which obviously they already got the women watching. There's a lot of female nudity. And I'm like, and I saw some women go, what the hell? Cavill didn't do any. It's like, come on, Cavill, just at least show your caboose. Get the lady something. Like I don't know. See, I always look out for that because even like what was that? 50 Shades of Grey. That whole thing. The dude barely. I was like, how are they not showing dong? Huh? This movie is targeted for fucking girls and undersexed, horny housewives. Okay. 100%. I still remember going to the movie theater because, I always go. And I remember one time, my girlfriend at the time was not, she was like, eh. Because there was like the movie theater I went to. This was when the first 50 Shades came out, or maybe it was the second. I don't know. Might have been the first. I forgot what I was going to see. But, yeah, sure enough, this place next door, like a Mexican restaurant next door, just sat at the bar, got a drink. And sure enough, there was like middle-aged women. Groups of middle-aged women there getting a drink on before seeing the movie. And I'm like, yeah, that's the target audience. It's that, and then there's also younger women, but it's mainly married middle-aged, And I'm just like, wait, there's no dong? Like, no, just like frontal shot? They didn't give that to you? I mean, this is targeted for you. How is that not the case? Oh, I was joking to my friend. I'm just saying, know your audience. I mean, obviously, the nerds are going to want to see that. I'm not saying that Henry Cavill has to do a fucking full Monty. I'm just saying, at least, dude, get something. Don't just have the bathtub scene. Man, this is a weird fucking podcast. I don't know what the hell is going on with this podcast. Julian Luis Barrios. What would your dream concert be? Ooh, Foo Fighters and Metallica. That would be it. I remember one time when Death Magnetic came out, they did a radio thing to announce it. This was like a while ago. This was like 12 years ago. And Dave Grohl and Taylor Hawkins were kind of like interviewing Metallica about the new album. And they joked about it. They joked about like, hey, what if you guys are going to go on tour together? And I was like, oh my God, that would be the best thing in the world. Because they're like my favorite bands. So, but I mean, who the fuck would open for who? They're both so massive. I mean, it would have to be Foo Fighters opening for Metallica. I mean, come on. It'd have to be that. Even Dave Grohl would be like, yeah, I'm opening for you. But then they would get on stage together and play like for like another hour. Man, good thing I'm sitting in my comfy chair. My knees felt weak. Film Trigger, he asked, do people at your work know what you do on YouTube? I hear you vent a lot and wonder. No. Well, the thing is, let's see. I never tell anybody. Never do. But then sometimes, you get your work buddies and then they find out. But I remember when I was my previous job now that I'm working part-time on the side, I didn't tell anybody for the longest. And then one of my work buddies, we take breaks together, lunch breaks and stuff, he actually found one of my Instagram videos from my Junkie Film Instagram. And he was like, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah, I do YouTube. And then I told one of the other guys too. And then I told somebody else, but then they all quit. Nobody works there anymore. So nobody that's there right now currently knows about that shit. When I worked at my previous job before that, people knew, but it was such a small company. Even my boss knew, but he didn't really look for it. But I don't tell anybody. I just don't, because I try to keep it separate. You got to keep it separate, I mean, obviously, I remember when I was doing the training, watching those videos today, they talk about, like, posting on social media, no matter what, you're still an employee, even though you're off the clock, you still represent a company. And I'm like, yeah. It can be scary, like the shit I talk about, I mean, but I don't know. I don't think it's enough to do anything, but whatever. But yeah, watch, I'm giving somebody ideas. Okay, last one. Comic Brooks asked, hey, Dave, big fan since 2013. Well, thank you, man. Fucking, wow. Where does the time go? What do you think is the most toxic entitled fan base in your opinion? I personally think the Star Wars fandom, and I would personally agree with you. Yeah, I think the Star Wars fandom is by far the most toxic. I mean, they were toxic before social media, man. Fucking A. I mean, look at Jake Lloyd and Hayden Christensen, the shit they got. Natalie Portman. I mean, they got a lot of shit. And that was before social media. So, yeah, I actually do agree with you. I think the Star Wars fandom is probably the most toxic. Anyways, guys, that is the podcast. Sorry for it to be like all over the place. It's been a weird week. I'm sure when it comes to the vodka stream's going to be great. Ah, shit. See, that's another thing. I need to respond to somebody and see if I can get somebody to get a different guest, a different kind of guest on the vodka stream. We'll see what happens. I mean, it's already Wednesday, and I'm like, I haven't even thought about it because it's just everything's just been so crazy. It just feels like what happened this week. So I will see what happens, guys. If not, I'll probably get some of the usual suspects on that damn thing. But yeah. Follow me on all the sock meds, your Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Go ahead and DM me if you want to. I don't always get to all of them, and I apologize if I don't. Sometimes like they build up and I don't even see them, and I'm like, eh. So I apologize for that. But if I don't answer you in the DMs, you can always just tweet at me. See if I'll do it then. Sometimes the DMs I just forget about it and stuff. But Instagram, yeah, all that stuff. Patreon if you want to help out. Shirts down below. All right, guys? Talk to you later.